of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, I'll call this meeting to order. And our first item of business will be presenting the Fairfield VFW Post 6924 and Auxiliary of the Spirit of America Award. Yes. And this is by recognition of the Fairfield veterans of 4 awards, Post 6924 VFW Auxiliary. And they are the recipients of this year's Spirit of America Award. Thank you very much. All of you may take that. Yes. Thank you very much for your
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you. All right.
We appreciate all that you do, and we know how busy you are.
Oh, yeah. You won't leave that.
Thank you for everything.
Thank you, people.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And be sure to share it with everyone else.
Oh, yeah. It'll be posted.
Posted to the auxiliary members, there's a Virgil gave me the notification about tonight, so everybody knows.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Glad to have you in town.
Glad to be here.
Good.
Glad we can do service to the town. You know, we really enjoy that. It means a lot to us to be able to do it.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Okay, so we'll move on now to the first order of business, public announcements. Details may be found at www.fairfieldme.com. For the November 2nd, 2021 election, absentee ballots applications are available online and via phone. Absentee ballots will be available from October 4th through October 28th. First quarter property taxes are due on October 6th, 2021, and may be processed online, over the phone, mailed, or via the drop box located at 19 Lawrence Avenue. The annual Household Hazardous Waste Day will take place Saturday, October 16th at the Winslow Public Works Garage. Residents of Fairfield must pre-register at the Fairfield Town Office to participate. Lawrence Public Library will be hosting a Halloween event on Friday, October 29th from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Fairfield Police Department will be hosting Trunk or Treat October 30th from 5 to 8 p.m. on Escalon Drive in Fairfield. Second order of business is public hearings. There are none. Third order of business is public comments, 3-minute limit or equivalents. Members of the public may email comments for council at info@fairfieldme.com by 4 p.m. the day of the meeting on any topic or agenda item. Items may be read aloud at this time. Are there any items?
None.
None. Okay. Moving on. Fourth order of business, reports from staff and committees, town manager's report.
So first of all, when you were talking about payment of property taxes, It neglected to mention that folks can actually pay those in person as well at the town office. It made it sound
Oh,
as though
okay,
that
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
possible. Well, and it was
I think that was
because it's
an
not.
automatic assumption.
And also with new this year, with the household hazardous waste piece, it used to be you had to pick up a sheet of paper from the town office to take with you the day of the drop-off. You no longer need to do that, so you can actually register that event by phone. You don't have to physically
okay.
come to the office.
All
So
right.
that they've come up with a way to make it a little bit more convenient for folks and try to cut down on paperwork on the other end. We still have to report to them what individuals are bringing, but you don't need to take that sheet of paper with you.
Okay.
Okay, and then, so for my report, September 14th, Fairfield Economic Community Development Committee did meet, which I believe Councilor Thibodeau will report to you on. September 15th, I had a conversation with Molly at the DEP regarding the bottled water process and the fire station. They still haven't come up with a solution as to what we need to do, and with cold weather approaching, we're not going to be able to store a truck outside once the temperatures start to drop below freezing.
Yep.
So DEP is still working on a solution for that. They are hoping to have one by mid-October. We're not the only municipality in which they need to come up with a solution to make these accommodations. So they're working on that. September 20th, we had a video conference with DEP, Inland Fisheries and Wildlife, and the CDC regarding the fish ponds near the PAL Sports Complex. The ponds were tested for PFAS and have tested positive. They are currently trying to catch any remaining fish in that pond, so to test the fish themselves to see if there was any uptake of the chemicals in their systems. So at this point in time, if there are any fish in that pond that you're able to fish out of there, it is not recommended that anyone consume those fish until such time we at least have the investigation complete as to what's going on with them. The ponds haven't been stocked since mid-April. So they were out there in canoes today, and we don't know as if they even fished anything. We're fairly certain that the ponds are empty, but we just wanted to make sure people were aware in case they're not. And then today, I attended the KVCOG General Assembly meeting, their annual meeting this afternoon. The guest speaker was the Executive Director of Go Labs in Madison. Go Labs has been around for a few years. They recently acquired the Madison paper mill and should start production of a wood fiber insulation product that's going to be made out of softwoods. They have, they believe they will annually use approximately half the amount of wood that was used by the Madison paper mill and create more than 100 new local jobs. And they currently have distribution contracts for all over the country as soon as production starts. So with everything that is going on and the bonds that they have floated, they were excited to announce today at our meeting for the first time that they were positive that this factory will open. They have an $85 million bond that's recently basically been approved, and so they'll be able to be going
Excellent.
forward to get that factory going. So that's exciting for our region, to know that a mill that was once dark is going to come back to life again, so that's good. Under our regular projects, there's still components being delivered for the landfill solar project. The racking system is starting to arrive. Soil testing has started at the cell tower site behind Public Works. The training facility prep is complete, and we're waiting for the company to come for the concrete work. Public Works crews are putting up winter sand. We are experiencing the effects of supply chain delays. As, quote, the manufacturer's global supply chain issues for the car charging station that is to be installed here in the parking lot up off from Mill Street.
Right.
They're waiting components for that because that was supposed to occur in July. The large culvert for the Old County Road project hasn't even been made yet. We have a deadline with our DEP permit of September 30th. We're not sure if we're going to be able to get an extension because it's within salmon habitat. So we'll have to potentially wait. So that work may have to wait till spring. However, the DEP funding that goes along with that project is good for 2 years, so we won't lose the state funding that goes along with that project.
Okay.
And then also, this week, we've started looking into and looking for any and all guidance regarding the staff and boards and committees and the federal vaccine requirement. We do fall within the 100 employee capita because of the fact that it includes not only our full-time, part-time, and on-call, but it also includes all elected and appointed. So the vaccine mandate or weekly testing requirement, well, I would assume for committees, proof of a negative test the week of a committee meeting, will be a requirement for all of our staff and committee members. So we're working on that process on how to best make sure that folks can report to us whether they've been vaccinated or how their negative tests will work, and that supply chain piece. The Department of Labor, OSHA, is in charge of rolling out that mandate from the feds, so they don't think it'll be until probably the beginning of October before we'll have any official guidance on all of that, but we're starting to put those components together. So that's it for me.
Okay. All right, committee reports. Stephanie.
The Economic and Community Development Committee met last week, well, on the 14th, and sadly, we had to say goodbye to Bruce Harrington after, I can't remember how
13
many.
years.
13 years.
Yep.
He's moving to another town with his family, and it's going to be different without Bruce. So it's, he's been a good teacher for me, even though I had him as a student, but it was, he'll be missed.
A great mentor and a person to work with.
Yes, he
You
was.
did.
Yep. We talked about money availability for the COVID and extension opportunities for stimulus money is still available, although some are running out. So if people are interested, they should contact Central Maine Growth Council, or even Michelle can guide people. KV Cog, all of their money, their EDA money has been spent, so that's a good thing. We are receiving $692,000 for the town for stimulus
Yep.
money, and I shared with them what we had talked about at our last meeting. And the gist of the meeting itself was on waterfront planning, to come up with a comprehensive plan for the waterfront. Excuse me. So our next meeting is going to be October 5th at 3:30. It is a workshop meeting, and we are going to start the groundwork for a waterfront plan. Excuse me. So things we'll discuss is our vision, what waterfront part do we want to actually look at, and of course a survey. So up and coming.
Very good. Any other committee reports? All right, there being none, we'll move on to the fifth order of business. Fifth order of business is a consent agenda. These are items that are considered routine and standard business, and therefore will be enacted by one motion. There will be no separate discussions of these items unless a council member so requests prior to consideration of this portion of the agenda, in which event that item would then be removed from the consent agenda and considered next on the agenda. All right, item 21-122, order that the town council hereby waives the reading and accepts the minutes for meeting 2021-15 held on September 8th, 2021. Item 21-123, order that the town council hereby approves the treasurer's warrant number 18, general fund in the amount of $110,465.21, not limited to but including motor vehicle, training facility, Yankee Trophy, sewer abatement, Eagle Rental, and BH Hicks TIF. Item 21-124, order that the town council hereby approves and signs the sewer certificate of commitment in the amount of $184,548 for the first quarter fiscal year sewer billing for the period of 7/1/2021 to 9/30/2021.
So move.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Carries full. Moving to the sixth order of business, to take action on the following items of business as read by the council chair. Item 21-125, order that the town council hereby selects a voting delegate and alternative voting delegate to represent the town of Fairfield for September 29th, 2021, Maine Municipal Association annual business meeting. You have a,
So move.
Second.
okay.
I nominate Stephanie Thibodeau for a delegate for this meeting.
Well, I think we'll vote for the thing and then do the nominations, is that?
Is it in person?
It's an in-person. So you have to actually attend convention. So usually what you do is you find out who's going to convention and then appoint someone who's going.
Who's going?
I'm going.
I've gone in the past.
I have two.
So we'll have to wear masks inside.
So we need a delegate, which Stephanie has been nominated for, and then we need an alternate delegate.
Apparently, since Michelle's going,
Yeah, it's up to you. I'll be there.
You'll be
You
there.
literally just adopt the minutes from last year's meeting.
literally?
Literally.
Literally.
Physically.
Physically.
So are you
not literally,
nominating
physically
Mich-
adopt the minutes.
Yeah, as
You're
the,
nominating Michelle as the alternate?
sure.
I'll second both of those.
Okay.
Meeting usually lasts like 25 minutes.
It doesn't last
No,
long,
it doesn't.
but I've also looked at all the speakers and everybody, and see which one can relate to Fairfield and our town.
A lot of their trainings will be available online if you don't want to actually go.
Yeah.
Like, they'll have them available later and that kind of stuff.
Okay. So we have a
A delegate and an
vote,
alternate?
and we have a delegate and a alternate. All those in favor? All abstained? One. One abstention. Motion carries. Stephanie Thibodeau will be the voting member, and Michelle Swelling will be the alternate.
I'll have to send in my registration now.
Unfortunately, yes.
I think the town will pay for it.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, moving to item 21-126, order that the town council hereby accepts the resignation of Bruce Harrington, who serves on the Board of Assessment Review, the Economic and Community Development Committee, the Land Use Board of Appeals, and declares vacancy for these seats.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
If we vote no, does he have to stay? He's going to be a huge loss.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is a wicked
Yep.
smart man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and it needs to be known and get out there, too, that, for anybody that is outside, if they would like to get involved within the city and get involved into various committees and things like that, to please come down to the town council or town office, rather, and put their names in, come see the clerk, and put their names in for those particular positions.
Yep.
Because, and they're good positions, other than the Board Assessment Review. I've served on all its committees, and they're very interesting, and it's a good time, and very interesting to get involved within the community. All in favor? Carries full.
Begrudgingly.
I agree.
And at this point, too, we do have a certificate for Bruce for in recognition of his dedication of service from 2008 to 2021.
Nice.
I've threatened him with contacting the Winslow town manager so that she knows what she's getting for a new resident, but
Good, good, yes. All right, we've got that. Do we have to sign this?
Nope, you've all signed.
It's all
We're
signed.
set.
It's all
set.
done. Okay, very good. All right. So moving then to our seventh order of business, which is council workshop and other businesses. And our first on the mark was to discuss other council business. Start with Stephanie.
Well, I was wondering why, I know we've talked about this in the past too, but I'm wondering if maybe we should start having the police logs returned to the newspaper for transparency's sake.
We send them.
They have, nothing's been in.
They don't post them.
They don't post them.
Right.
They've got county, they do the county
county.
ones,
Yep.
and they've got the names in the counties, and they'll say Somerset County. I presume that that was
Yep.
Fairfield Police Department stuff.
I don't know how
All
that
the-
works,
if-
but
all
we
the
send them all of
town-
that stuff.
I
It's come up
presume that
before in
would
the
have been all
past.
the towns
I
in
mean, I'll
Somerset
follow
County.
up, but they don't post it,
And they're not posting it.
and they just don't put it in. We send them
So I
stuff.
thought it had stopped for a while because of COVID.
No,
But,
I'll follow up on it,
all
but
right, thank you.
you're welcome.
Is it in the online version, or is it?
No,
No,
it's not even on the online.
not online.
No, but they always,
I
they
mean,
post it
we've
every
had things
day.
that have shown up.
Yeah, well, they post it every day, and it comes under Somerset County, and you have to read through the Somerset County.
County stuff, and it's stuff that we've.
And I think that counts.
Oh, but we
And
don't
I
know
think
that
that's
it's
Fairfield stuff in there too.
stuff.
That's
It's
that's
just,
the whole county.
yeah,
Whoever's arrested in the county at that particular day or
Because
whatever's
that's where they
turned in.
go, is to the county jail, so.
Yeah,
okay. And I have one more item.
yes, go.
Have you heard anything, Michelle, about the state repairing Route 139? They were going to be doing it last year or this year, but because of COVID, they couldn't get it done.
Where?
Where?
I thought it was they had the issue of funding.
Where?
Is it
For
a
this year.
funding thing?
It's a funding thing.
What part?
My end.
Right down the Western
Fish Hill.
Avenue to Center Road and,
And Norris Walk Road?
I didn't think that that was on the list for this year.
No, it'd be next year, but you haven't heard anything.
No. We usually don't hear anything until the spring, when they start putting those jobs out to bid,
Okay,
and then they'll contact us, but we don't. If it was for next year, I haven't heard anything.
okay, I'm done.
With as much transportation money as the state has, that has been flooded in, I would think that it would still be on track. But they also are suffering from a supply and demand issue, mostly because of contractors and materials, so. I'll keep you posted if I hear anything.
Thank you.
Michael?
Just wondering if there's any update on the Old Norwich Walk Road and Bigelow Hill Road section?
We are waiting on the pavers. That's it. We're just, and remember, the pavers that we have coming to do that project were fitting us in when they could. They were supposed to start this week, and I think a project that they're on was delayed, so it should be at any moment, hopefully, but not yet.
I was just curious, I
No.
see that it was all marked out there for the center line for paving and
Yeah,
like must be soon. and
It
that was
should be
last
soon.
week, and this week, I'm like,
soon, we're ready. Yeah, they keep saying this week, and then no, next week. And because beggars can't be choosers, we're just waiting, so. But
they
they
get a
should,
little more grading work to do out there before they pave.
they'll end up fixing some stuff right before they know that for sure that they're coming in. So if there's stuff that needs to be done.
Looking good, though. Looks very nice out there.
I was just out-
Fantastic job on that.
The KV-COG meeting today was actually at Bigelow Brewery in Skowhegan, so I drove up through there, and it was the first time I'd been on the Bigelow Hill Road since they had finished it, and it's a marked difference on that end.
Even gravel. is
Even
better.
dirt is better than what it was at Tar. So, yeah,
Wow.
they did a phenomenal job with the
They
repair,
did. Those,
so.
yes, kudos to them for the fantastic job they did.
Yeah.
Excellent. That's it.
Yeah, Michelle, the trunk and treat, is that just Fairfield Police are doing that, or they're going out to like residents or any businesses that are helping out like last year? Or is that just the police doing it?
For what?
Trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat?
Yeah.
That's anybody who wants to. It's not just the police
Yeah,
department.
okay.
Yeah, if anybody else
So they've had
wants
people
to
who
go there.
contacted the police department and signed up,
Oh,
so
we-
that they know how many cars they have
Okay.
Yeah.
coming,
All right.
just like
'Cause,
they did
this-
last year.
When I read it, on Monday is the first time I heard it, because I didn't say if the businesses can call the police department.
Oh, yeah, they've been advertising it for quite a while. They've been advertising it, we've mentioned it a couple of times at our council meeting, but, yeah, and the reason they moved it to Escalon Drive this year is because what's going to happen is they're going to turn Escalon Drive into one-way traffic, so that you will come in on the Western Ave side and come out on the 201 side.
Okay.
Because last year, the traffic backup
Oh,
was incredible.
I remember.
On Western Ave.
I was there.
So they're thinking, this should hopefully get it to flow better, and they'll have people doing
Okay,
traffic.
who's the contact?
counts.
Right, we need to get that information out to everybody as much as possible, either through the newspaper or whatever, you know.
Who's the
It's part
contact?
of some of the stuff
Is
that
it,
they're doing, but,
Yeah.
So you just call anyone to Tom or anyone to the police station, or?
yeah, just call the police department
Okay.
tomorrow.
All right.
And, because Shanna was
Sign
doing the
up.
signups.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And also too, on Saturday, September 25th, the Grange is having a public supper from 4 to 6, or you can call up to Bob and have a takeout order. That's it.
Okay.
And I have one more thing. Speaking of the Grange, vaccinations will be available from Reddington Fairview on October 6th and October 23rd. They'll be offering the Moderna and the J&J vaccines, if anybody's interested.
Flyer I saw today said Pfizer and J&J.
Oh, excuse me, Pfizer. I was going by memory.
Okay,
So,
What was that date again?
I understand.
October 6th and October 23rd. I don't remember the time,
Yeah, it's on their Facebook page, we can get that.
Yeah.
So that, yeah,
thank you, in case people want to get the vaccinations.
I saw the promotion come through today. So.
Thank you, Michelle.
Excellent. Mr. Cooper?
I am all set, sir.
Okay. And I will take and then call the next meeting of the Fairfield Town Council will be on Wednesday, October 13th, 2021, and it will be held as a hybrid meeting via Zoom in council chambers at 6:30 PM. And at this time, I will call for a recess to sign all documents that require the signature of council members.
So moved.
Second?
We are in recess.